Look at that chest. It's bigger than Whitney's.
So, are you like a D cup?
Piggy wins! Piggy fast!
Piggy!
You ain't finna look deckers on you fat boy.
Piggy.
Oh, leave me out here. I'm sick of being fat and having everyone make fun of me. I hate school. I have no friends. I want to lose weight.
That is just part of the trailer for The Fat Boy Chronicles. The narrative follows 14-year-old Jimmy Winterpock, who is 5'5", weighs 187 pounds. It's a journey as Jimmy endures the cruel taunts of his classmates. Michael Buchanan, Jason Wynn, they're the men behind the film, and they are here with us in our studios this morning. And here it is right here, The Fat Boy Chronicles, and both of you are not fat.
Right.
How'd you come up with the inspiration to this?
The lady I write with, Diane Lang, we were in a book signing in Cincinnati about 6 years ago, and this kid walks up who was slim and trim, and he said, "You need to tell my story." And it turned out that he had been picked on all the way through elementary and middle school because he was the overweight kid. And he had kind of figured out life, but he told us, he said, "There's a lot of kids out there like me that need hope for tomorrow." And he said, a lot of them are guys, but he said, there's no books for guys. And so we wrote the book. Started about 6 years ago, and then got adapted into a movie.
All right, so you guys filmmakers here, right?
Yep.
You go out to, you set out on this course. A lot of bullying going on these days. Mainly we're talking about it because of social media,
Right.
more or less. A lot of court cases going on.
Yeah.
You set out to do this. Kids have been teased for their weight since the beginning of time.
Sure.
Right? You're finally telling this story, the reaction you're getting from people who are seeing it.
It's interesting because the book follows the journal perspective, and so the film, we wanted to really take the audience inside the life of a high school student. And so I wanted it to be raw. I wanted the parents, I wanted the students to feel those emotions. And so the reaction that we're getting around the country has been, finally, somebody's telling it like it really is, and parents are shocked and kids are shocked. And they're having these discussion points, and it's a springboard for hope and change, where they start to talk about the seriousness of this so that you can have a more controlled situation and conversation with leaders and politicians to say, look, this is a real problem, obviously, if we've got lawsuits and things where we're trying to figure out how to mandate, social morality in a world where it almost doesn't exist anymore.
You know, I always judge something by, do I feel uncomfortable watching it? And usually when I feel uncomfortable watching it, it's usually because it's true. Mm-hmm. It's a truth, and it's something that a lot of people, it's usually something I don't want to talk about. It's usually something we don't want to talk about at the dinner table, or we don't want to talk about in schools. And I know when I was in junior high school and in high school, there was no classes on bullying. There was no education on it. It was more or less stop what you're doing, or a principal would be discipline you for acting out. But there was nothing like this.
Right.
Right.
Not to this extent. I mean, it's 24/7 now with the internet and everything else. The kid who's the victim can't get away from it. It's even on texting and all. The kid who gets bully messages, or the messages from their bully, half of them they get in school on their phone, and so you can't get away. At least, I mean, I remember being picked on when I was in 7th grade. But you got on the bus and you went home and it was done for the day. But it's not like that anymore.
Okay, so in this narrative, right, is it not just kids out there on the playground, right? Are you taking in all the way, I guess, a more modern approach to what bullying really is out there?
Right.
Well, the story is about Jimmy and how he deals with that. And so it's his journey trying to figure out who he is while being picked on, trying to figure out who the people that are picking on him are, and who his friends are and what they're all dealing with. Because one of the things that you realize, and I think we forget as adults, is that everybody has problems, and that's okay. And as adults, we understand that. But as kids think that they're the only ones going through these issues at any given time. And if you're the bully kid and you're getting picked on in school, and you're getting picked on at home, and you're getting picked on your cell phone, and there's no reprieve, then you think you're the only one, and there's no hope. I mean, think about being the 14-year-old girl with zero hope. That's awful. It's a crime.
And what, in the end of this narrative, do you hope to inspire kids on how to act when
the response,
they are bullied, right?
Yes. Yeah, we really do. I mean, the response to the book and the movie has been amazing, where we have a lot of kids that will write us and say, I was the bully, I didn't really understand what I was doing, or the kid who is the victim, who will say, now I want to lose weight. We get emails from moms that say, I now run around the block with my kid I'm more involved in my kid's life because now I get it. One of the problems is the disconnect between adults and kids. The way school was is not the way school is. And so a lot of parents don't really understand their kids' world.
Well, in this generation, if we talk about this day and time, parents who have children who are in junior high school didn't have Facebook around, and there was no social media, and there was no internet, really, if you think about it. Internet to the extent where people would ever use it as bullying. So I think it's hard for a lot of times parents to even grasp that. But you were saying before we started this segment that maybe the Department of Education here in Georgia considering using this and try and get it on the curriculum. No? Would that be an idea? That would be ideal, no?
Yeah, that'd be great. And Dr. Barge, John Barge, the Georgia Superintendent of Schools, loves the project, the book and the movie. So this coming year, we're going to do a lot of school events to kind of get the discussion going. And one of the things about the parents, it's amazing when a parent will ask a kid, and we suggest that they do this, ask your kid, have you seen bullying in school? And a lot of times the kid will go, yes, I have. And then to follow that up with, what did you do? Because we've got to get those bystanders off the sidelines.
Yeah, and doing something about it, and it kind of helps save them. We want to let everyone know that Fat Boy Chronicles is available where?
Netflix, Walmart,
Redbox?
Redbox.
Yeah.
You guys are where on Redbox?
We were just everywhere. When it first came out, it ended up, we were at #6 family rental in the nation.
That's good. That means
that was
people
great.
are watching,
People are
they're
watching.
having a conversation with their families at home,
Yeah.
like never before. All right, Michael Buchanan, Jason Wynn, thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Thanks for
Very
having us.
good. When we come back, when enough is enough, a New York mom lets her son go under the knife after being bullied by his classmates. You're going to hear about this story coming up.